Hola, mis estudiantes en casa, so my house students, distance learners. Hoy es el 24 de septiembre. I am going to present what you need to do over the next 2 days. So, hoy, jueves, y mañana, viernes. Hoy, para jueves, el 24 de septiembre, we're going to continue using our chapter vocabulary to ask and answer questions, and also describing geography and culture of Spanish-speaking populations in the U.S. and Canada. Hoy es muy corta. There's not much you have to do because you did a lot of it earlier in this week. So, your assignment for today is just to write, it's called Writing with I homework assignment. It's found as an assignment under week 3. All you're going to do is type your answers either in a new Google Doc, and if you need help with accents, there is an accent guide that's under classroom or class materials in Google Classroom, so you can click on that and look at ideas of how to, depending on your format, if you have an Apple or a PC, or you can write them neatly on a loose leaf and upload a very nice and clear photo. If I can't read it, then I can't give you credit. So just make sure you make sure that it's clear and it's neat. That is due for mañana a las 9:30 de la mañana. That's tomorrow, 9:30. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take this assignment. Actually, you can download a copy of this picture if you want, or you can just look at this in Google Slides. But you're going to upload a photo of your answers of this, like I said, in Google Docs. So this is what you're going to do. First of all, just like we did in page 9 from your workbook, where you had to write questions and answer questions, we're doing the same thing, but we're using this illustration this time. So write the questions from using these 10 prompts at the top, asking the following questions using either cuantos or cuantas. Remember how many. So if it's a masculine thing, cuantos. If it's feminine thing that you're asking about, it would be cuantas. So cuantos libros or cuantas chicas. So that's where the difference is there. So you're asking the question, how many are there? Or are there any? Is there? If there are any, you would say I. You just start your question with I, and then the item or the people. Okay. So, for example, we're looking at tables here. Okay. You're going to write a sentence maybe about tables, although that's not in here, but this is just an example. So if I wanted to ask, how many tables are there? I would say cuántas, that's how many, tables, mesas, are there? Okay. But if I wanted to ask, is there a dog in the picture? You just start with I. You wouldn't even need the cuántas. So is there a dog or are there dogs? You'd say it well, we don't see any, but hay un perro would be is there or are there, okay? So that's if. So when you see if, you're going to use I, and how many is cuántos or cuántas, okay? Then after you're done with that section, you are going to do part B. Part B, you're going to answer your own questions, those 10 questions. So to say there are, because you're explaining, someone asks you, ¿cuántas mesas hay? How many tables are there? And you want to say, hay una mesa. You just start out with I. There is one table. If there are 2 tables, which you can kind of actually see one in the back, you could say, hay dos mesas. If I asked you, ¿hay un perro? And then you want to answer if there's a dog or not. No, no hay un perro. If you answer negatively, you're saying no, then you have to restate this negatively. There is no dog. So no, and then no hay un perro. If there are dogs, you'd say hay tres perros. Okay? So that means the word I, again, is there is or there are. So you're going to answer those questions and then upload that in the homework section for today. And that's it for today. Let's go through what's for tomorrow. If you want to work ahead, which is kind of nice, viernes el 25 de septiembre, here are the tasks for tomorrow. So for Friday, we will not say today, but for Friday, you're going to complete the There's a subject pronoun ordering activity, drag and drop, kind of like what we did with maps. Same kind of deal. The homework assignment is directly in Classroom, and you're going to I make your own copy for you. So all you're doing is dragging and dropping. You're going to want to use your notes with that, and that's about subject pronouns and their nouns. So subject pronouns, remember, replace the noun. So instead of saying Teresa, we would say her or she, right? Instead of saying Barry and Don, we would say them or they. So then you'll submit that when you're finished, and it is due before 9:30 a.m. on Friday. Also, don't forget to study Quizlet. That's super, super important, okay? Keep up with your studies. I've been looking, and a lot of people have been doing it. If you haven't been doing it, I can see the progress. That'll help you on the test when it comes. Third, make sure that all your VHLcentral.com work is done and that you completed all your Edpuzzles. So go into Edpuzzle, make sure there's no outstanding assignment. And also in VHL Central, just complete your assignments. Now is the time to do it. I'm giving lots and lots of grace with late assignments. So pretty soon I'm going to take away that crutch for us, and we have to have them done on time. And that is all. Oh, actually, sorry. I wanted to show you what the assignment looks like. So this is your drag and drop. So your people are right here and your subject pronouns are right here. So ella is a subject pronoun, él, ellas, ellos, nosotros, ustedes. But people, like passengers, pasajeras, the profesor y usted, Andrés y tú, those are all people. So you have to match them up. So you're going to put, for instance, if it was Tomas and he's él, okay. So this is the person would be Tomas would go up here. I would drag him over here. And the subject pronoun that replaces it, instead of saying Tomas, I would say he. I would drag over here. Just make sure you drag the whole thing. Sometimes the picture can separate, or the words can separate from the background. Just make sure you drag the whole thing over. Just sort the pieces, drag them over, and put them in the corresponding columns, and that is it. And then you'll submit that. Turn that in. Don't forget to turn it in, okay? And that is it for Friday. So espero que tengas un buen fin de semana and have a great day. Hasta luego. Ciao.